Good morning, students. This is your computer teacher, and today we will be starting with our second chapter of your syllabus, that is Python Revision 2, Part 2. Fine. We have read most of the topics of this chapter in the previous chapter. Means it is also based on your 11th class syllabus. So, you will find many things I have discussed about these topics in the previous chapters. So, I'll try to be little faster. Okay, so we know string is what? It is a collection of characters that are stored in contiguous location. Contiguous means consecutive memory locations, and we can read the index of the string in two directions. That first is in the forward direction and second is in the backward direction. Fine. So let us have an example of it. See, he has taken an example that he has stored Python string in the memory. So how we are able to store it? By means of forward index as well as by means of backward index. The forward index will start from 0, we know that, we have discussed it, and backward index will start with the help of backward direction, that is from the backward -1, 2, 3, -5, -6 and so on. So we can access a particular character by means of two indices. Like Python, the word p can be referred to with the forward index as well and with the backward index as well. So for every character we can use the forward or as well as the backward. Why we have taken these two indexes? See, if whatever we are searching inside the string is lying at the back, at the last one. See, if I need to access n, fine, so instead of using this forward index, I will use this backward index. So for that reference we are using backward index. Okay, now our next topic is the a function that is basically used to calculate the length of the string. Fine, whatever string you are giving, as we have given Python string, so we want to calculate the length of that string. So what we will write? The length function, it is inbuilt function of the string library. So you just need to write the string inside this length function. It will give you how much characters it holds. Now we'll read this type of these type of function later also at the end of this lecture. So next topic is item assignment not supported. What by this, what it is trying to say? We have already read strings are immutable. Immutable means we cannot change the items present inside the string. Let us say name string is here holding a hello word inside it, and we know h is stored at name 0 location. And what it is trying to do with the help of this statement, it is trying to change h with p. Name 0 is h actually, and we are trying to change this h with p. That is not allowed. Why it is not allowed? Because strings are immutable. So this type of error will be appearing on the screen. Next is traversing of the string. Traversing means moving or reading the character one by one. So we just need to pass on from the string characters one by one till it finishes out. So here we have taken a string code, and in which we have the word powerful. We always know that we need to store the value of the string inside double quotes, single quotes. We have discussed these things. So definition of traversing is, it refers to the iterating through the elements of a string one character at a time. Means moving from one character to another till the string gets end. Fine. So in this way, ch is a variable which will be reading out the alphabets present inside this strings, or numbers also can be present na? So whatever content is present inside this string code, it will read it one by one. So what it is trying to print, value of ch is it is trying to print, and in between it is giving a separator also, that is this tilde sign, and it will carry on till it is finished. So this will be the output you will be getting. Now we'll be discussing about the string operators. There are two string operators. This I have discussed in chapter 1 also. One is the plus operator, another one is the star operator, which is also known as multiplication operator. So this is used to combine two strings together. Power plus full will give you powerful. Fine. Note, yeah, that you should keep in your mind that the both operands of the same type. Either you can take strings of character type, or you can take strings of numbers, that will be okay, but both operands of this operator should be of similar type. Next is your replication operator. You can say star operator or multiplication operator also. Why it is named as replication operator here? Because it is able to replicate the string. Okay, it will allow you to repeat a particular string a number of times. So 3 replication operator star we can say, and hell ha it has written na. So ha will be repeated thrice. Why thrice? Because we have used number 3. Okay, what focus you need to bring here, that you cannot work with both operands of string types. One should be your integer type, one should be your string type. Fine. Okay, now next is your membership operator. Membership operator is basically used for checking whether it is a part of it or not. So it comes in two types: in operator or not in operator. So in returns basically true if that particular character or the digit is present inside the string, otherwise it will return false. Not in will return true when the particular string is not a part of the given string, otherwise it will return false. Let us consider few examples here. So let me take the example. Actually, these are the way general syntax to write or to use these membership operators. A is a part of here. So A in here, we will check A inside this particular string. Is A is present here? Yes. So it will return true, otherwise it would have returned false. So another example, it is taking Jap. Jap is a part of here. No. So it will return false. Next is Jap in Japan. See, we know Python is case sensitive. So if you will give this small j, so this will not be a part of it. So it will return false.